When you take a close look at the Democrat platform coming out of Chicago, you're going to be stunned by the lack of support for Israel. And we're going to compare it to the previous platforms, and you're not going to recognize 2024 at all. It seems the Democrats have no love for Israel anymore. I read a really interesting analysis, Claire, of the Democratic platform for 2024. And there's an anonymous expert on Israel called Elder of Zion, which is kind of a play on words after the forgery of the Tsarist Russians in the early 20th century, blaming every problem in the world on the Jews. That was called the Protocols of the Elder of Zion. This is a play on those words. The author has looked at the Democrat Party platform and how it's morphed over the years. And I found this fascinating. When you go back in time, 2008, the platform had this line in it: our starting point must always be our special relationship with Israel, grounded in shared interest and shared values, and a clear, strong, fundamental commitment to the security of Israel, our strongest ally in the region, and its only established democracy. 4 years before that, in 2004, the platform had our special relationship with Israel is based on the unshakable foundation of shared values and a mutual commitment to democracy, and we will ensure that under all circumstances, Israel retains the qualitative edge for its national security and right to self-defense. So in 2004 and 2008, it sounded great. Even the nomination of Barack Obama in 2012, the platform said, a secure Israel is vital to the United States, not simply because we share strategic interests, but also because we share common values. And then we get to now, where all of a sudden everything has changed. There doesn't seem to be any of that in the new platform. Now, at some point, they're going to have to start publicizing it. But it seems to be that they're taking Israel to task for settlements. They're taking Israel to task over East Jerusalem. They're talking about a two-state solution, which at this point nobody wants or believes will ever work. I wonder what is going to be, because the 2024 platform has no language in it about shared values, no language about strategic interests, no common interest with Israel. There's not a syllable that they're the only democracy in the region. There's nothing about a special relationship. It just says settlements are declared illegal, right? And that the Jews shouldn't be west of the Jordan River. And the final status of Jerusalem is now subject to negotiation. The Taylor Force Act has been eliminated. And on and on and on. It seems like it was written by Linda Sarsour and similar Israel haters like Ilhan Omar, Rashida Tlaib, and Bernie Sanders. That special relationship seems gone to me.
Yeah, to a lot of people it does, and in Israel too. To many, it seems like that special relationship is no more. And I would recall, just on a couple of points, the wording from the League of Nations back a century ago, which in its pronouncement about what would happen with the British mandate said specifically the land should be closely settled by the Jewish people. That is the wording. So this is not something illegal or unsanctioned by the international community, United Nations, which of course took over in entirety the positions of the League of Nations, just of course before the founding of the modern day state of Israel in 1948. But the point is that currently with this administration, and even by contrast with the earlier administrations, plural, of Barack Obama, that wording, as you showed us there, Barry, was still in the document, but now not. It's very clear whether it's this Democratic, national platform, or whether it's the actual actions that we're seeing, the behavior, the statements coming out of this Biden administration. The relationship has changed. There is more sympathy on the part of this Biden-Harris administration for the enemies, the Hamas, jihadi enemies, Hezbollah even, the militias coming out of Judea and Samaria. more sympathy there, more alignment, even if you will, on policies than with our longtime ally, number one ally in all the region of the Middle East, the Jewish state of Israel. But they're putting in writing now what many have observed in action, unfortunately, really since last October, October the 7th, when the wording that we heard was, ironclad commitment and such, but not so much anymore now.
Not so much at all anymore. I'm fearful of what this administration, should they be elected in November, might change. I mean, we thought things were bad at times with Barack Obama. This seems way to the left of Jimmy Carter, and I'm very concerned, very concerned.